Good evening, everyone. All right, where were we? Clearly in a snow shelter. 5 days survived. Right, so I think the plan is if there's no wind, we're going to start a fire and tear this shelter down. Go back to the cave. If I remember correctly. It's exactly 0. It should warm up a little bit. Doesn't sound like it's very windy. Let's just see. It's slightly windy. I think we'll, I think we'll try it. Oh, it doesn't want to start there? Alright, let's just do that then. Probably want a pretty short fire here. Let's go with a coal.
Come on, little fire. Why didn't that work?
Just heard a wolf kill a bunny. Where did that happen?
Perfect.
Alright, we can put this out. Just do a quick temperature check here. Yeah. Well, what we can do if we have a coal in here... Let me just get in the snow shelter first of all. Yeah, so we should warm up pretty quick in here. Alright, so I've got a can opener. We could put this down. Should probably leave this in the cave to save on carry weight. Got a ton of mushrooms to make. Rose hips. Okay, we got quite a bit of teas. I don't think I can place teas from in here, can I? No, I'd have to get out and place them. And how are we doing for water? We've got enough. Let me see if I can make a little batch of water here. Okay, yeah, we're warming up nice and fast while we're in here. Hey Hashem. Welcome in. Yeah, I've been streaming a couple times over the past week. It's good to be back into it. I think I will go ahead and eat this. Okay, so in like 15 minutes, we can get out and tear this snow shelter down. Maybe we do one craft then, while we're waiting. Hey DC. Alright, should be good to go here. Let's see, 19 minutes. This doesn't take that long to take apart, right? Yeah, should be fine. I guess I could throw a single stick on. just to make sure. Alright, let's get as much ready as I can. Go ahead and dismantle. Ooh, nice. Got foggy. Alright, let's go ahead and use this torch. I'm gonna pick everything up first. Okay, pretty efficient. And yeah, looking at the temperature, it's only -13. We won't even need a tea. We'll just go back. I'm using some of these torches just to save a match. Hopefully I don't end up regretting that. Alright, we can come back and get all these cattails later. Are there ptarmigans over there? Definitely sounded like I heard some. Hey, Zed. Hey, wait, have I seen you in Murph's chat? I feel like I know you from Murph's channel for some reason. Or maybe I'm confusing you with somebody else. You can let me know. Anyway, good to see you.
Come on, little fire.
I feel like we've talked about card survival before. I'm not sure why it never occurred to me to ask you that. These failed starts are pretty bad because they cost me torch condition too. We really need to get to level 2 fire starting. So I can preserve... Oh my goodness. I mean, spending condition on a torch is way better than spending matches, but... Oh, okay. Yeah,
On,
I remember you now. Hey, Turkey. Yeah, I think there's somebody with a similar name to you who watches. His name is Murph Doc. He's another Long Dark content creator, streamer. All right. I want a lot of time on this fire. We're going to be hanging around here for a while. Let's throw that on as well. Oh, I missed a piece of coal up here. Alright, let's get all this stuff back down. Addicted to the cringe effect. Yeah, I'm assuming it's been a while since I've played that, but I'm assuming there's a lot of stuff. Oh, hey Becca. I don't know how I didn't see your message there. Welcome in. But yeah. I'm assuming because there's a lot of stuff I never really learned in that game. So I'm assuming there's a lot of stuff that's quite frustrating to watch if you know what you're doing. I definitely want to go grab some deer meat. Let's take one tea along. Ooh, actually, you know what we should do first? We should just go grab that thermal underwear right now. Yeah, let's do that. I'll take a couple of these. Because the more clothing I have, the easier it's going to be to stay warm. Figure out that the monkey would crack open almonds, and... Oh, you were watching me overthink building the cistern. Yeah, I really put a lot of effort into that one. Alright, I'm kind of way off track here. We're unreachable here, so he should forget about us. Oh man. I'm going to take a sip of this, because we're going to be out here a little bit longer than I thought. Shouldn't need much to last me until we get back. Just going to grab some rose hips and then go get the underwear and go home. Alright, let's just have the rest of it. I think we're gonna need it. Shouldn't be too stingy, I guess. Alright, ditch the wolf. Let's quickly grab all the stuff here and get out of here before we get trapped in here. Okay, that's everything. Oh, is that the crouch spam is just a trick to move faster while crouched. Because as you start to stand up, you gain increased movement speed, but you still count as crouched for the purposes of the animals not being able to find you. Hey, Dallin. I'm sorry, I see a few more messages in chat. I'm gonna get back to my fire and then read them. I don't want to be looking at chat, walking through this wolfy area here. Yeah, see, there's a wolf right there. All right, not bad. I need to get this guy in here and scare him. I don't want to be, want to be ambushed. Coming out. Oh my gosh. If I had a torch, this is... Yeah, there he is. Okay. Come on. Detect me. Okay, I think that's the fear. Yeah, there he goes. Okay. What is going on with these ledges here? There's like a... See this like big ledge along the cave here? You have to like walk up here and get on top of it. Wasting so much time on this stupid guy. Alright, so DC was saying day 14 finally made it to the church. Died to a rabbit, leading a wolf directly to my face. Nice. Alright, 9 minutes until boiled. We need to warm up anyway. Let me just make this. It's 10 minutes of work. Of course it wants to rain now. Or, wind. We do not need that many cattail heads. Yeah, I remember talking about Kenshi. Should I just sleep? It's a really good time of day, but it's not like I want to go out in this wind anyway. Let's put the maple down like I was talking about. Ashura Valley just loves wind. Hey, Josh. It's 3 a.m. for you. Oh, someplace in Europe, you know, that's, not that unusual of a time zone. Okay. Let's see if we can catch a wind-free time right now. We got 25 minutes on this. Let's throw like a reclaimed. Let's actually do one more. Okay, I'm gonna take this torch out just for the first part, just in case there's a wolf waiting for me right outside. I do not trust that guy. Okay, he doesn't seem to be here. Oh, look at this, it's so warm. Alright, let me just leave all this here for a second. I want to take a peek over this way. Alright. Nice. Still doing the... All right. Has the cougar spawned in yet? Probably has, right? Day 6. I can't remember for sure if we've seen the cutscene, but I think we have. Or no. This isn't Misery. No, so it probably hasn't spawned in yet. No, I'm not gonna worry about micro harvesting for cooking levels. Ads on the chat? You guys shouldn't be getting ads. I don't know how it works on chat, but at least the way I have it set up, the game doesn't run ads unless YouTube doesn't run ads on my stream unless I tell it to, and I only tell it to when I take like a 5-minute break, so you guys wouldn't miss anything anyway.
Trees. Wasn't gonna. I'm gonna eat a tree.
We're wearing 67% trail boots. Ooh, wind stopped. Alright, so in 19 minutes we probably want to get out of here. That's probably enough teas. I guess we could make one more. Let's do this, I guess. Doesn't really matter which one I make. Oh. No, I missed a piece of meat here. Alright, forget that. I want this to be done. Okay, so in 19 minutes we can leave. The fire will be just about done. It's a bit late to be traveling, but, yeah, I think I'm gonna try it anyway. I want to go... It's a long trip. I want to go all the way across there, pick up teas along the way, go down into the river area, cross, and into that first cave, and then we'll spend the night in that cave. I got plenty of carry weight. Let's grab that. Let's grab the bedroll. Yeah, the wind seems to be stopping. This could be an ideal situation. Looks like we're not going to be able to eat the pork and beans after all, which is fine.
The sun is setting.
I can definitely make it with just those teas. Probably carry another torch just for a second, just to be safe again. Alright, I hope I haven't forgotten anything. Let's get ready to go here. My bedroll. shoot. He's going the direction I want to go. How confident am I can dodge this guy? Alright, I don't want to be carrying this around. We'll just extinguish it. -14. This area right around here has so much wildlife I'm concerned about. Getting jumped. Okay, wolf over there. I don't see any T's over there. Let's go this way, I guess. This is fuel for tomorrow morning's fire. Alright, let's put some sprints in. Got to get there quickly. I think we're gonna drink one more full tea and that'll be it. Ah, they're already cold. Miscalculation on my part. Alright, now we really gotta book it if we're gonna make it. I don't have time to pick all these. Just go, go, go. Okay, I don't think it's too much further now. I don't need another maple. Alright, looks like we're gonna make it. This is the little nook here, I'm pretty sure. A little bit left on warming up. Uh-oh. -1. Well, we'll be warm in the bedroll. Thought there was usually coal in this cave, but I don't see any. Yeah, let's try to gain some warmth and then figure out what we're doing. We don't have any more... Yeah, we don't have any scent. Let's just put 2 hours away. Yeah, I left my other maple in the, in that cave, because that's a cave that I'll hit. That's like the last spot to stop before we leave the region. So I'll definitely be back that way. Looks like we're gonna have to start a fire pretty quickly tonight. Even with that underwear, it's starting to get cold. Out of blizzard. We can squeeze 1 more hour and then we gotta start a fire. Yeah, definitely. Definitely fire starting time.
Jeez, this is cold.
Oh, Fernando, if I didn't say hi. Hello. And looks like I missed Austin coming in too. Welcome one and all. Preparation time on the rose hips? No, it's still 15 minutes to prepare them. Alright, so that's all fine. Hey, Kirk! Welcome to the party. We're actually doing pretty well on food, okay. I'm just gonna go and eat this granola bar since it's in good shape. Let's get an hour of sleep. Alright, I left that other hacksaw in the cave too. Why am I carrying spray paint around? I probably grabbed that really quickly when we were looting the underwear guy, and I just grabbed everything really fast. That's just stones in here. I'm trying to practice good hygiene here. Food hygiene by saving my cattails for when I really need them. Hence the rabbits every 2 seconds. I think we're gonna need, what time of day is it? Yeah, we're gonna need like a, should I just throw the fur on? It might be slightly overkill. We'll wait and see. Okay, so we got 2 really, really tiny pieces of meat there. And then these are the actual good ones. Oh, Zed, I was not gonna let myself run out of food in that game. I had such a stockpile of like, the almonds. What was the other thing that would never go bad? It was almonds, because you didn't have to eat them until you pulled them out of their shell. Almost all the foods would go bad, right? I think there was one other thing. I just can't remember what it was. Alright, let's put these micro pieces on here. Need to get some more sleep. 42 minutes until boiled. Alright, so when this is done, we can throw that on and sleep for an hour. Kirk, I don't think coconuts... Maybe coconuts do last forever. Yeah, you might be right, because until you shell them and actually cut them in half, I think they stay in perfect condition. Oh yeah, and the nice thing about that is if you have coconuts, you can always make coconut oil, and you can make salads with that one grass that was a crafting ingredient that would never go bad. Yeah, the sago flour. That's what it was. Because once you made it into tortillas, it would go bad, but you could keep a stockpile of the flour. That's exactly what it was. Yeah, plenty of time on the fire. Oh, rice also worked? Yeah, the problem with rice was I didn't have a, I didn't have like a standardized source of it. Okay, I think we've made more than enough water. We'll keep these here as backup. I'm not going to worry about harvesting anything from the rabbits. I want... When I finally do harvest rabbit ingredients, I want it to be closer to where I'm going to craft. If I do it here, I'm just going to be carrying it around forever. Zed, I won't spoil it for you. The only thing I'll say is that you might be disappointed in me. But I feel like that's not much of a spoiler. Alright, if it's not windy when I wake up, we're gonna move to Pry Bar Cave. Yeah, it sounds great. Let's grab this. There is coal back here. I knew coal spawned back in this cave. 1, 2, 3. Alright, glad I remembered to look for that. Alright, let's move this. Since we're not going far. I'll have just a sip of tea. Now, at some point I need to figure out where the signal fire actually is. And it needs to be pretty soon, right? Because... we're gonna have to figure out which rope we're climbing at some point. Wonder if we can spot it from down here somewhere. I'm just afraid that it might be up there and I'm not seeing it, because it's kind of cloudy. Not really the right spot to look for it, is it? I really should have figured this out a long time ago. Didn't think about the fact that we were right next to this rope. We could just climb up there anyway. And if it's not there, then, oh well, we get a couple of resources and come back down. Oh, good call. You guys are talking about it. I'm walking around completely naked. Wait, so it's actually probably really warm if I put my clothes on. That's funny.
I can't feel my hands.
You know what? I better actually put these on just because. That's hilarious. It's like, oh, it's a cold morning, right? Okay, so Moonraker was saying clothes.
Come on, little fire. Perfect.
Don't need that long of a fire. Let's just do that. Save the coal for later.
I'll take it.
Hey, those are pretty good. So are the ones I have on. I'll just keep those as a backup for right now. Okay, so we got pry bar. This guy has matches. The other big reason to come to Pry Bar
This
Cave.
stuff will come in handy.
No coal in this one, I guess, unless it's more up towards the front. Could have sworn this cave had coal in it too. Apparently not. Hey Huds and Zylok. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy challenge. So it's OuterNOGOA. I just write outer for some reason. Nogoa is the no one gets out alive, the custom mode with everything set to max. And then outer is just you can't go inside any structures. Alright, let me think about how we want to do this. We leave this fire going here while I go investigate. And then we come back here. Or we may come back here. I guess if the signal fire isn't on this side, then we might not come back. So I don't really need anything right now. I think we just sleep for an hour to get warm. And then, although I don't know, I'm already nearly warm. Yeah, let's not sleep. Just because it's not windy right now, if I spend a full hour, it might get windy. Just like that. Alright, now we might sleep for an hour. The wildlife is also max difficulty, so it's it detects you from far away and all the struggle damage is set to max. Alright, so here's the plan. We've got T's. We're gonna go figure out where the signal fire is, first of all. -8. It's not bad. If it's up above this rope climb over here, then we'll be coming back to this cave to sleep before we climb up. Okay, I got all my stuff. What's the quickest way to identify where the signal fire is, though? Don't really know. It was really kind of foolish the entire time I was walking in here. The entire time we were going to check the underwear. There were probably millions of times that I could have just looked to see where it was. So it would be right up there. I think I see it. Yeah, I see smoke. Okay. So in that case, do we even need to do anything else here? I think we'll come this way when it's time to leave. So let's go see if we can grab any teas from over here before we go back to our fire. Finish this. I mean, Zed, you might be overlooking the fact that you can stream without making any money off of it. I recorded videos and did streams for years before I ever got monetized. I think that wolf is killing that deer. Nice. Now, the one problem is my fire might be out by the time I get back. I got a whole extra tea by coming over here, so... Ooh. Tea and a third. Even better. Wolf is munching on a deer right up there. Unfortunately, it's not the right weather to try to get that from him. Can't get under there? But they make it look so tempting. Yeah, I'm afraid we're gonna get back in this fire. It'll be gone. I only left like an hour on it. We have max burn bonus. That would be, what, 10 minutes real time? I guess it probably hasn't been 10 minutes. We might get back and find embers. Hey, it's still going. Let's see, you also had North Signal Fire. Now, did you spawn up by the North Signal Fire? Because that would be really sweet. No, Zed, this is not the region with the prison. That's Blackrock. So this is Hush River Valley up here in the northwest. The prison is here. To be honest, this may have been in the game when you played, but a lot of people never went here. It's a very tough map with no structures. Easy to get lost in if you don't know the map well. Alright, I'm not going to take my clothes off just for 1 hour of sleep. I'd love to get more sleep, but I think we need to go ahead and climb if the weather holds. Go ahead and travel. We can wait for the wind to stop. And finally eat this. Hey, Zylok. Man, I kind of want to climb up there now. We can sleep in the snow shelter tonight, once we get up there. Yeah, let's plan on that. We're not going to take a fire with us. Okay, I think I'm happy with this setup. -3 in wind shelter. Very nice. Okay, I'm not sure what the best way is to do this. I'm just gonna kind of wing it. Hopefully we don't take... Yeah, it doesn't look like I can do anything significant there. Let me just make sure we're not going to take a huge amount of fall damage. Don't sprain me. Alright, perfect. So by grabbing the rope a little higher up, we shorten the climb, which saves a not insignificant amount of energy. Ooh, coal. Must have so much coal now. Only 12? I guess I left a bunch, right? Can't even remember where I left it. I definitely left a bunch in Milton because I knew that we were going to get a bunch in HRV. Still brought us down under half. Alright, I don't want to spend a million years hanging out near Monolith Lake, so let's just get in and out, go to our target location, and be done with it. I am going to pick up all these sticks. Maybe sometime after we've got a lot more gear, better clothing, we forged, have a bow. Maybe we'll come back and do this whole upper area. But for right now, I'm just going to do the signal fire and get out. I don't remember if I even need to do this goat to get to where I want to be. Probably not, right? Like, I could probably just... Yeah, I could have just walked up there, I think. Do not care about a wolf pelt. Everything's cold. Let's see, how much time do we have left? We got a good amount of time left on warming up. It's negative 15. Just want to make sure I get to the snow shelter before we get cold, because I really do not want to start a fire and have to warm up. Now it's pretty windy. Alright, well I guess that's the last thing I'm grabbing from there. Let's go get these teas and get over there. I'm trying to get in shelter. Yeah, actually in shelter we're nice and warm. Negative 4. Stay down here. Stay in shelter for as long as possible. Do I hear ptarmigans up there? I do. I think I scared all but one off. Ptarmigan would be the perfect thing, actually. Unfortunately, there's no more. Ptarmigan would be so good right now, because we have a bunch of time to kill. Yeah, all the birds except for one detected me and ran off. Ah, I messed it up. Well, the other snow shelter was like 92%, so it'd be crazy if this one was already ruined. Wow, 94% Mackinac. That's so nice. Alright, and that's safe to eat. Let's grab the meat off of this ptarmigan. Oh, that's a nice fat ptarmigan. Now, is this bird freezing? Doesn't look like it. Oh, it is 14% frozen. It's 26%. So we'll have to eat that pretty much first thing when we leave. I'm thinking, because this ptarmigan's just going to continue to freeze, I'm thinking we go ahead and grab all the feathers off of it right now. Snow shelter's at 84%. You can spend 2 sticks. Yeah, let's just do that just to be safe. I don't think it's gonna drop below a threshold, but we might as well get it up high. All right, let me see if it's still frozen. Or if it's still, like, freezing as we work on it. Once I get this feather off. Yeah, okay. So there's a little trick. When you're working on an animal, all that matters is the state of the animal when you start working. So like if I just harvest all the feathers all at once, then it'll treat it as though it's not frozen the entire time. So we're good on food and water, we're good on rest. I'm just gonna go ahead and harvest the whole thing. 2 hours.
I'm getting tired.
Okay, so we now have 8 feathers. Just need a couple more to be able to do all of my installation. I've got 4 cloth. I actually think that's enough, isn't it? Yeah, we can make the installation now. We'd probably better do that, right? Because... yeah. Let me save some of my clothing from deterioration right now. Actually, we probably want to keep the jeans on to protect the underwear. Take this off. I'll keep the jackets on. Feels like 6. Okay, we good on water and everything. Let's drink a little more water. Is that I don't usually die from food poisoning, but yes, you can get food poisoning from sardines that are under 75%. So yeah, it's possible to eat 74% sardines and get food poisoning. It's like a 3% chance. Zylock. It's the last resort cannery, not last chance. You gotta know that they're a last resort. Okay, I might be being unnecessarily harsh. Alright, let's get an hour of sleep, and then I'm gonna craft this other insulation. Just don't want to run out of energy.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
The insulation is such a strong item. Alright, I'm gonna sleep one more hour for no particular reason, just to get a save, and then I'm gonna take a break. I've been at this for an hour and a half. I'm actually having a lot of fun. We are so overpowered with all this clothing that we've got. But I should take a little break, even if I'm having fun. So I'll see you guys in 5 minutes. Alright, welcome back everyone. Oh, so it occurred to me, I've been using my bedroll to sleep. And just put that down so we don't waste any condition on it while we're sleeping in the snow shelter. Okay, so we definitely looted everything here, right? We got those to cook in the morning. That fire is inaccessible. Just build one right outside later. Okay, so that's probably like 600 calories. Definitely need to... Oh, we're gonna eat this too. Let me just put that down so I remember to cook it. And go with the other stuff. Okay, so the tomato soup is like, what, another 300? So we need to save like 900 calories worth of space. Of course, we still have a lot of sleeping to do, so I'm gonna eat down to like 35 cattails and then we'll take it from there. I was thinking, an hour and a half ago, we woke up at the other snow shelter. I've gotten a lot done since then. Alright, I'll leave it at 36. We're quite full now. Let's call it like 4 hours. Probably shouldn't sleep more than 3 at a time. Just in case something goes horribly wrong. I'm gonna sleep one at a time and we'll look for a good opportunity to set up a fire. We just want ideally fog, but I'll take calm weather if we can't get it. Looks like we still got quite a breeze going on out there. One more. Alright, that looks good. This time we'll throw all the clothes on before I forget. Yeah, that's right. Only up to a +10 warmth bonus. Feels like it should be more than that. Okay, -13 wind chill. I think we still try to make it happen. Can't believe I still have cardboard matches left.
Come on, little fire.
Okay, so same plan for this fire as the last snow shelter we did. We threw a coal on. Oh no. Well, yeah. Of course it gets blown out immediately. We can try to nurse it. Honestly, we've had such good luck. Probably about time something didn't go exactly our way. Yeah, we're on our final match now. We've got 24 of these. Gonna get another 12 in the river cave, so we'll be up to 36. Yeah, I can't nurse it here. I don't think I'm going to try to move it. I think if it goes out, we'll just get a little more sleep and try again in a minute. I don't think the wind is going to shift favorably anytime soon here. Oh my goodness. Right when I would have been able to do it. Still negative 13 wind chill though. Negative 14. Before I started up again, I want some sort of indication that it's actually not gonna... Alright. Seems calm.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
I'm gonna have to make another torch soon.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
We're doing this whether the wind blows that fire out or not. Yep. That's fine. We got all of our stuff. That didn't really cost me anything because we were going to leave that behind anyway. All right, let me make sure I have... Yep, I have my hammer. I have my pry bar. Let's go and eat this. Nice. $39. I guess we have extra cans. All the clothing is on. Can save some weight by tearing down one of these coats at some point for a couple of cloth. Why do I have 39? That feels a bit excessive. Probably gonna try to go all the way to the river cave. What the heck? That's not supposed to happen. Let's try that one more time. Why can I not get up on top of any of this stuff? Crazy. I'm like getting pushed off. Alright, let's drink, like, most of this. Hopefully that'll be enough to get me there. Oh, shoot, there's a wolf down here. There's another wolf over there. Okay, we can get past this guy. So it's actually not bad if I can get into shelter. Yeah, like right here. Polish this off because we're going to be a little bit longer, I think. There we go. Yeah, I'm glad I drank that last little bit of tea. Gonna keep me going a bit longer here. Guess we might as well grab this. He howled right when I threw it, so I think he didn't hear it. Yeah, it would be nice to have access to simple hand drill or bow drill. Like, I think it should be a very expensive way to start a fire compared to matches, but... Alright, we're on the clock here. Still got a good duration on this buff, at least. Let me see if I can figure out where we're going to be sheltered while I figure out the best way to get down from here. Looks like it's coming from that way, actually. I guess we're going here. I've made better choices, haven't I? I guess this will work. Hey, a wool toque. That's a nice find.
Hope nobody needs this.
Not in
anymore.
great shape, but fills a slot that was empty, so... So much good stuff in here. Matches, coal, other fuel. We're gonna be so burdened. Oh my goodness, look at all this coal.
Barely walk with this much gear.
Yeah, Astrid's gonna be protesting. Um... $54 sticks. 3 for 12 cedar, 19 coal. What is going on? At 44. Oh man, how do I guess I could process some rose hips. Alright, well we clearly don't need 54 sticks. Let's leave some of these here for the next time I'm in town. I'm honestly kind of at a loss here. Like, how do I deal with my carry weight issues? We're gonna be picking up more cattails. Let's drop like 12 of these. I guess 38 and a half out of 35 isn't too bad. I think we need to be even more aggressive on sticks. With my clothing being so good, we just don't need fuel that much right now. It's -2. Let's see how bad the wind is. Let's wait for this wind to calm down a little bit, and then we'll try to get to the other cave. Yeah, it's just crazy to have this much of a loot issue on OuterNOGOA. Like, normally I don't have that much of an issue with loot on this mode because it's hard to get enough stuff. Alright, -6, perfect. Alright, so we can probably make it to the other cave without needing a fire. The only problem is if we get wolfed along the way. I guess I've got to remember, I don't have to loot every single resource from this map. This is actually a really wolf-heavy area right here. I mean, I just don't really need these. I'll pick up a few, but shouldn't go out of my way. It looks like it's getting a bit colder. I'm gonna go around to the left because I think this is my best shot at not hitting any wolves on the way through. Yeah, I think it's around day 10 that the cougar rears her head. It also depends on how much time you spend in various regions. Like, time you spend in regions where the cougar can't spawn, like Forlorn Muskeg or Coastal Highway, that doesn't count towards the total amount of time. So we spawned in Muskeg and spent like the first 1 or 2 days there. So we'll probably be a couple of days behind schedule because of that. I'm gonna stay crouched back here for a while. We're gonna give any wolves that want to come by ample time to determine their plan of action. Seven degrees. Okay, my one torch is 51% now. Let's go ahead and make another one while I'm thinking about it. .59. How does that work? Oh, I've got an extra .09 here. Alright, it's not using this. Let's just, yeah, let's just drop this here. It's not going to be good for anything. How am I going to deal with this weight problem? Guess we can process rose hips. Actually, we're gonna need a fire just for water. This ain't enough. I'm definitely gonna spend the night here, so let's sleep until we need to make water, and then I'll just do that. We'll just have a fire from that point on. Put in like 2 hours. Blizzard, huh?
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Alright, it's gonna get cold, and if I start a fire, I can take my clothes off, so... win-win. I don't think I can afford to carry an extra kilo just for a hacksaw, so that's going to stay there. That was dumb. I forgot I had all this water sitting right here. Oh well. Fire's made now. I mean, we were gonna have a fire in the morning regardless, and this way I can just burn a bunch of my heavy fuel that I don't need, so... it's all gonna work out for the best. So if we harvest a hacksaw, we get 2 scrap metal in an hour. So I'm thinking, because we're going to leave, we'll probably get a little bit of scrap at the plane crash. We're going to leave Milton. And then, if we wanted to just go ahead and forage right away, we could. Instead of going back into... Instead of going into Mystery Lake first. So we'd have like 6 from that shelf, 2 from the hacksaw. Would be 8, plus there's probably like 5 or 6 there. And we could also harvest this. Yeah, we'd have enough metal to forge if we did that. No, I don't have my own emojis. I'm not that advanced. I don't think we need a long-term extra hacksaw here. I mean, we can always, like, much later on, we'll have tools and we can just use scrap metal to repair a hacksaw. So this isn't really doing anything for us here. Alright, we shouldn't need these anymore. Anything else I should do right now? We don't harvest this yet, I don't think. Yeah, because we'll probably find canned food in Milton that we'll want to use that for. I think there's a few clothing items that are probably pretty expensive to harvest. This is only giving me... Let's look at this tab. So... one of the coats can go. This gives me 1.7, this gives me 1.7. This is heavier. It's probably not worth it to repair this since I have such a nice one here. Harvesting that takes 20 minutes to give 2 cloth. That saves a lot of weight. Yeah, I think we go with that. Let's put like another fur on here or something. Still got 12 cedar and 19 coal. I think I'm going to harvest this as well. This is giving me 0.1. And that takes 45 minutes, so it's something I want to do in a time like this where I'm basically just killing time. Sitting on 4 cloth. 2 needed for forging. We're probably not going to find much more, so I should probably preserve all my cloth for the time being. And I think that's everything. Get a couple more hours of sleep. This has been good. We cut like 6 kilos of weight between the food and the cloth and the hacksaw and the fuel on the fire. Get us back down to a more reasonable level. 40 cattails is just way too much to be lugging around all the time, so I'm happy to just eat these down a bit. Do I have extra cans? No, I just have one. I just have the cooking pot and the 1 can. Oh, I do have an extra can. How did that happen? Good call. So if I leave now, where would we... The thing is, it's such a long walk. I basically want to go all the way to the rope, climb up, and make my way over to, what is it? Not Peak Cave, Lonely Cave. It's a long, long walk. I've got like 6 hours to kill. I think we just accept that we do it early, and we might have to stop and make another fire along the way, but we can't just sit here forever. I'm going to travel when it's a bit colder out for a change. I guess I could even carry a torch with me. This is going to be super cold. Yeah, let's carry a torch for the first bit. And I think we're ready to go. Work boots are staying here. I don't want to lug the weight around. The trail boots will do until we find better boots or craft the deerskin boots. I got all of my saplings. We're at 33. Alright, I don't think anything's gonna jump out at me in terms of something I should be doing differently. Let's grab everything. Let's use this torch. Let's get going. Got all my stuff. Sure somebody's yelling at me about the clothing. Let's drink a good portion of this. -23 wind. Alright. Ah, shoot. I was gonna just say, let's cancel this and go back, but now I don't have a way to scare this wolf off. We're just gonna make it happen. It's a little bit unfortunate, but... He sounds so close. Are we dead? Oh, we went over a log. I was about to light this. We went over a log and he couldn't keep up. I thought I had a flare, but I guess I don't. I never went to Poacher's Camp, I guess. I was trying to pull my flare out. Oh, long climb. Looks like you might be able to cheese it a little bit at the start, but I'm not going to worry about it for right now. Ooh, nice little sheltered spot back here. Potentially. Like right here. It is sheltered. Don't really need a fire right this minute, though. Just keep going. Uh-oh. Alright, we're gonna do some sprinting. Gotta find my way to some sort of good location. Oh, there's teas up here, right? Next to this exit. Might as well grab these. I could tuck a fire back here, maybe? Doesn't look like... Oh, yeah, it does want to go there. Wind is coming in from that angle, though, so... Yeah, I don't think it wants to go there. To find a better spot. Maybe just right here. Covered from a few angles.
Sure getting cold. Come on, little fire. Oh, yeah. That's
Keep forgetting to put my torch out. Alright, I'm gonna take a pretty big risk here. I'm gonna sleep for an hour. Definitely not a necessary risk. What's my extra? Oh, I have another gloves. I forgot about that. Where's that ptarmigan? Right out there? Oh, there's multiple ptarmigans here. I had no idea they could spawn right out here. I've always seen them like way over there. Yeah, there's that wolf that somebody in chat was asking about. Alright, as long as we got this fire, we might as well, do at least a little bit of this here. Put these back down. Okay, I feel pretty good about this. Getting warmer. Yeah, only -9. I'll drink just a little bit of tea to make sure we make it to the cave, but I'm not going to worry about transporting the fire or anything else like that. Got my bedroll. I'm going to check up here. Sometimes there's a little bit of loot on this hill up above the cave system.
This'll come in
Wow.
handy.
That is even worse than the other ones I left behind. That's unfortunate. If those had been in good condition, that would have been so nice. Alright, here's some good stuff. Isn't that like 3 pairs of work boots I found and they're all in terrible condition? Unlucky. Oh, you really followed me up here. Gonna dine and dash on these mushrooms here. Yeah, he's way back there. This is such a unique take on this mode. I'm still struggling to grapple with the fact that, like, I leave a fire and I don't bring a torch with me, it like changes everything from here on out, right? Because like normally I'd just chain torches to the cave and I have a fire there, and then I'd heat more teas up and chain torches to the next place. But this is like, now how long can I live without a fire? It's a completely different mentality. 'Cause I don't want to spend another match. I think we need to drink just a little bit more of this to make it to the cave comfortably. Yeah, we better run this too. Don't want to get a sprain. Glad I drink that little bit of tea. That's going to allow me to walk to the cave now, even though we've got wind. I think we're spending the night in this cave. Yeah, we're so tired, even though it's like noon.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Hey, sardines that can be eaten. Not every day you see those. 77% last resort sardines. Hopefully I can finish those, yep. 4 more coal. Alright, let's get up to the place where the temperature changes here, and I'm gonna do some organizing. So we want to put these down for right now. Let's see, we got the ptarmigan. What's the state of the ptarmigan? Let's get like 1 hour of sleep back here. Ooh, it only feels like 2. Even with all my
I
clothing.
need to find a place to rest.
Oh, it hasn't warmed up yet. That's why it only feels like 2. That's funny. Let's get 1 hour of sleep. Drink some water. Okay, and then whatever we decide to tear off of this ptarmigan, we're gonna have to do it all at once because it's about to freeze. So we need
I can drop any of this gear.
exactly 2 more feathers. It's gonna be so long before we have to repair anything. Is it still at 100%? Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to take more than 2. Because obviously we'll get plenty of opportunities to grab a feather here or there later on. So let's just spend the hour 20. Blizzard, huh? Well, while it's warm back here, let's get like 4 hours of sleep or something. 3. Might have to start a fire after that. We'll see. -2. Let's get 1 more hour if we can. Warm. Should be the warmest part of the day now. -6 and 4.4. If it doesn't get any colder, yeah, I think we can do 1 more, and then we'll have to Hopefully it ends, and then it'll warm back up and we won't have to start a fire. I can't believe we don't have any other clothing. That's crazy. 'Cause we got all this warmth. Yeah, -7. I mean, we can try to pass time in the bed just to see. Could have slept, actually. -7. If this blizzard ends right now, then we'd be okay. It's just unfortunate timing that we have to spend a match right now. Oh well, we can burn some of this 15-seater I've got. Oh, -6. Is it warming up again? Did the blizzard end? Yeah, okay. Just barely made it. So it must be just heavy winds now. Blizzard's officially over. That was close. Alright, speaking of, let's drop this in like 9 of those. Don't worry, I'm gonna pick the cedar back up. We're not getting rid of it permanently. All right, let's go check out this plane crash finally. Don't see anything. Hey, cloth. A sewing kit that we already have plenty of. Okay, I don't remember if I checked the back seat, but this should be everything now. Very rarely there can be a stim that spawns somewhere near this plane crash. I don't remember the exact location. Could be in the front seat or the back seat, or maybe just outside on the ground here. But it's pretty rare. It's like maybe 5 or 10% of the time. Very nice when it shows up, because it's an extra outdoor stim. But not today. The outer storage? You were talking about the hatches, right? I did. Unless there's not... They don't have, like, the little side panel things, do they? All it has is the double hatch, right? There's a hatch here, and there's a hatch on the other side. Yeah, there's no, like, additional beyond that. Very tough to harvest limbs on this challenge. Who needs to harvest limbs when you have 15 cedar? So now that I've got that extra cloth from the mittens, And I've got... socks, and I've got a bad hat that I'd be willing to tear up if we got into an emergency. Yeah, honestly, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't do this. Just go ahead and get the second installation now. Kind of crazy. Just the insane amount of warmth we have. Plus 13 and plus 5. We're still missing a few obvious slots. Alright, let's get like 3 hours. All I need is one cloth? No, I want the hatchet and the knife. Although it is true that I could get away with just making the knife if I just wanted to carry the hammer around with me. Like if I have very little metal when I go there and I just want more arrowheads, I could just make the knife. But keep in mind we're going to the plane crash and we're looting like all the cars in Milton, so we're gonna have more cloth by the time we get there. I think it's time to eat again. So I got peaches to warm up later. Definitely starting to go through my food reserves here. Yeah, I have one cloth. I have sports socks I wouldn't mind tearing up, and then I've got the cotton toque. So I have like 3 cloth easily to work with. No, Andy, not on Loper settings. It's a stalker and below thing. You can't find any sort of knife or hatchet on these harder modes. Alright, now this time we actually do need the fire to make water.
What do you know? Looks like I survived another night.
Although... Nah, let's just commit to it. Might even make another torch, and then we can carry one through the transition. We'll see. Still 60%. How close are we to fire starting level 2?
Come on, little fire. That didn't work.
Oh man, I hope I have enough tinder. It's been a while since I picked many cattails.
Come on, little fire.
Astra just
Come on.
loves burning cattail heads at level 1 fire starting.
Perfect.
Alright, Ptarmigan's staying here. Take all of these. All this fuel is coming with me. And my bedroll, my pot and can are coming, so we're gonna be a little over. Nothing we can't handle, though. Ah, yeah, the peaches. Thanks for the reminder. I was planning to eat one peach as we left. Oh man, blizzard. Alright, let's take all this stuff off then. Astra River Valley is gonna have a last word before we get out of here, I guess. Spend one of my 22 coal to get up to temp. -9. -3 back here. Let's see, 119. We do a 15-minute craft, and how much time does that take from the fire? Like 10 minutes. So we're still getting a bit of a burn bonus back here anyway. This blizzard's probably going to be longer though. Let's throw the fur on. That should make us basically warm enough to stand up front, especially if we sleep a little bit. That's done. It's going to be ready shortly. Okay, I'm starting to get tired. I think I'm going to make a save here. And then we'll wait this blizzard out and leave when we come back. Yeah, so Andy, the reason I burn the fur is because it's heavier per, like, for the amount of fuel that you get out of it. If you, we'll pick up this water next time. What am I trying to say? If you calculate, like, burn duration versus carry weight, Then coal is the most efficient, followed by cedar, then fir, and then sticks are the worst. Well, sticks are second worst. Books are the worst. So I tend to burn things in that order. Or in the reverse of the order that I just listed. That's why you see me burning a fir, even though I have 14 cedar in my inventory. Alright, so we got our save. Thanks everyone. This was really fun. I feel like we are off to such a fantastic start. I think I'm going to look up... I'm going to see if somebody made a video on where the Milton stem, like where it falls through the ground, and where you have to make the campfire to get that. Because I feel like I want all 4 stems for this run. We're at, I believe... I'm going to go back to the game. Well, I'll do it next time, but I think we're at 49%, unless we lost a little bit of health at some point in there. We should be very close to 49%. So if we can get all 4 stems, that's what, 60 health? So we're technically full. Technically. If we never lose any health. Alright. Thanks again, everyone. It's been fun. See you next time.